what to talk about. So we could talk about, I don't know, the VG33ER and the VG33ET. Why one's better than the other. Why I don't like the supercharged version. But hey, if you want to do it, do it. The advantages to the ET, power goals, etc. Why am I doing it? Because I'm putting it at 240 and I'm going to have massive amounts of torque for 240. It's going to be fun, something that my kids and I can really get into. It is different. It's not something you see every day. I honestly think that it's going to turn into the new I don't know, SR craze. Because I mean, think about it. Not all of them, because it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. But RBs and SRs are just kind of going by the wayside. They're not by the wayside. How do I say this? They're in essence I don't know. They're getting too expensive. I mean, SR at this point, I just some regular old red top, like a red top. It's a red top, man. It's old as shit. It's like dirt old. Red top's going for like $2,500. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, why is it so expensive? Anyway, and SRs are great. And, KAs are great too, but they're just kind of boring. I don't know. I mean, they respond well to boost. It almost seems like they were meant for boost, but they really weren't. But yeah. But I mean, you can take a VG30 or a VG33, boost it, and that was the stock turbo motor back in the day. There's no difference. Like, it has no difference aside from cams, which I mean, yeah, the 33 is, it's a truck engine, so I shouldn't say truck engine, but it's built for more torque. For bigger vehicles, so for this one, like the Xterra and the Frontier and the Quest and those deals. But basically, I guess what I'm getting at is you can swap out cams from a hell. Well, I don't think an NA it really makes a difference. But turbo cams, or you can hell, I think you can send yours in, do the Iscadarian cams. I mean, JWT cams, it doesn't really matter. Basically, what I'm saying is the cams are pretty much interchangeable, I don't know. There's a lot of advantages to it. It's a proven platform. I mean, 400 horsepower really isn't that big of a deal on a stock block, right? You can get parts for it at any local AutoZone, Advance, whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's just it's a cool ass engine. I never really thought about it until I actually was about to pick up two Z31s for dirt cheap. Kind of got screwed out of that one. A friend of mine, his I don't know, soon to be mother-in-law or something like that, was selling a whole bunch of cars that her wife, or her husband had from the days of him owning a shop, and then he got a little bit of Alzheimer's going on, so they had to get rid of the car. Whatever. The point is that I was going to get two of them for dirt cheap, and I offered her 175. Sorry, 150. Yeah, 150 for both cars. They didn't have titles, and they were pretty bad shape. Been sitting there for 15 years. One of them needed a new hood. Actually, the blue one wasn't in terrible shape, but neither one of them ran. Neither one of them had titles. They did have a key. They were both on flat tires. Just it really wasn't worth a whole lot of money. And she went with the junk man instead. Just awfully nice of her. He was offering $100 a car. I was only offering $75 a car. But I mean, I would have actually done something with it. Anyway, got me interested in the VG. Um, and I had an 87 200 SX SE with the V6 in it, the VG30E, and I mean it was pretty strong. I mean for a car like that, it was pretty damn strong. Um, had a lot of respect for it. Had a lot of fun with it. I drifted the shit out of that thing. Actually, that my first time going to jail for a car related incident, which was my last time going to go to jail for a car related incident too. That was the car I was in. My buddy Alan and I we had a little bit of drink. It wasn't they didn't realize it. And neither one of us was drunk, but I was doing about 120. Past a cop, came off an off ramp, literally drifted into my neighborhood. This was well before drifting was even a thing, at least here in the States. I didn't pull the e-brake. All I did was actually, yeah, I did. I pulled the e-brake. I slid sideways. I hit first gear, second gear, and just started balling. And basically, it stopped me. I was going down a street, and I had to take a left, and it was like a full-on L-shaped left-hand turn. And I dead stopped right in front of the turn, facing the turn, but I slid probably, dude, I don't even know. It was probably a good 30 or 40 yards. I mean, it was a really high speed drift, but I never stopped. I mean, it was just a nice fluid motion. You know what I mean? Went into the neighborhood, hauling ass. I mean, smoke everywhere. It was ridiculous. I was going so fast that I passed his house, and parked in front of the house next to him, just past his house, and we got up to the porch before the cop even caught up to us, and it was two cops actually. It wasn't one, it was two, but they both pulled guns on us, so forth and so on. Thought we were drug dealers because I was a white guy, he was a black guy, whatever. He was probably whiter than I was for a black guy. Alan was out. Poor Alan, man. Anyway, yeah, great car, great engine. I think that was my first, real, my first real taste of what the VG can do. I think it can do a lot more. I always wanted to boost that car, but never had the opportunity. I was very young at that point too. I bought that car for $1,000 and pretty much just drove the shit out of it. I did lower it. That was about it. And not by much. It was I actually bought the Euro Springs, the Nismo book, at the local Nissan dealership had Euro Springs, which were stiffer springs, and I think they dropped it about an inch. Nothing major. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. But yeah, dropping the VG33E in my car. I don't know. It was kind of a multitude of reasons. It's a good engine, everything that I've said so far, but it's also legal. Believe it or not, it's illegal to put an engine. Well, in my area, it is to put an engine that's older than the vehicle in the vehicle. Well, if I was to put a VG30 in, I want to say the last VG30 that was made in '89. My car's a '90, so I mean, if I had an '89, I could do it. But a '90, yeah, they're gonna frown on that. So the VG33, of course, made all the way up to 2004. I think it was 2004, maybe 2005. Actually, I think it's 2004. But yeah, just a very strong engine that was, put in vehicles all the way up to 2004, so it's legal for me to put it in my vehicle. Seen a couple of videos of a guy who's done a VG30ET in his 240 and was drifting it, saving this on. Looked fun. I don't know that I'm really into drifting anymore. It was fun for a while, but all it does is destroy cars. I'm just looking for a street car. Just something to have fun in. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Should be fun. Anyway, catch you later.